Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to Starfox Adventures! Previously, we returned to Dinosaur Planet and eventually ended up here in the Ocean Force Void Temple, the place where we had to drop off the water spellstones. Today, we're gonna go through this room and attempt to get to the Spellstone Shrine, the place where we have to drop off the spellstones we find in our journey to stabilize Dinosaur Planet. But like I mentioned last episode, it might take some time for us to actually get to that room. I do remember this place has taken me some time to get through in the past. That could just be my memory just playing tricks on me again, but it always just feel that this temple takes up a lot more time to get through than the Volcano Force Point one. At least in my opinion. On the bright side, this place looks a lot better than the Volcano Force Point Temple. Honestly, fire areas in gaming just doesn't do it for me for some reason. It's the same thing with desert levels as I stated a long time ago. It just doesn't appeal to me. Tricky, you stay on that. The same could go for water type areas, but there are some exceptions. A lot more exceptions I find than with like fire type areas in gaming, and the Ocean Force Point is one of them when it comes to appearance. So we have to have Tricky to step on that switch so we can determine which panel to step on, because if you step on the wrong one you'll get shocked, and you have to start all the way back from the very beginning of this puzzle, I guess we could call it. It might look a little mirrored if you look at it from the tablet in the wall. Just be sure to count out where to step. That might be helpful to you. And if you do have to leave the tablet from your sight for a split second, I guess try to visualize it like you're stepping onto the tablet in the wall. It's a little hard to explain, but if you use like a little bit of a careful perspective, I guess, then you can get through this. It can be a little complicated at first glance, but once you get the gist of it, it shouldn't be that difficult for you to get through. Okay, I think the last one to go on. Go over here, step on this. Yep, that was a safe one. I was kind of worried about that, not gonna lie. Doesn't seem like there's anything of note that I can find. If I go over here, nope, there's a door over there I can't access yet. And since I am in disguise, the Sharpclaw aren't harming me. But where's the fun in that? I want to beat these guys up. I do have Tricky with me, so... Hey, Tricky. Tricky, come over here. I'm giving you a chance to actually be part of the combat effort. What are you doing? It looks like you're just shuffling in place. That's really odd. Just burn this guy up, please. Tricky, help me out here. This is the one time I actually want your help. Thank you. Good grief, man. Or kid. You're not a man yet. You're far from being a man, actually. The day you actually do become a man, and a sensible one at that, to lead the Earthwalker tribe, is the day that Fox might just hang up his mercenary boots as a member and a leader of Starfox. I'm just saying that Christy has some really high expectations to live up to, at least in my opinion. No, it's Tricky that has to do that. So I want to be with that Sharpclaw for fun, because there's just no use in getting through it like all stealth-like. I mean, it is the more optimal way to do that, but sometimes you just gotta have a little fun in life, and if that includes beating up dinosaurs in this game, then that's the kind of fun I'm gonna have. Ultimate completionism, that's what I call it. Even though I do think those guys actually will respawn if we spend too much time here. Then again, respawning enemies in this game isn't a rare occurrence. It's actually very common. We may have seen it a few times throughout the playthrough, but in case you didn't know, well, it is a thing. It's not like that the enemies are like hard to deal with though, at least most of them are. The Brute Claw could be an exception, but I've demonstrated that there is a way to easily handle them if you do have Tricky by your side. So even them, as dangerous as they are, they can be easy to take out if you know the right method to do so. So I guess we have to activate that orb for some reason. Yeah, switch to activated orb. That doesn't really make sense. But that flame we had to ignite it, that did make a lot of sense to me. There are a couple of fuel cells over there. But we have to find a way to get over there first. That might be the last switch I haven't flipped yet. Gotta be very careful here because of these narrow walkways. We have encountered this in the past. At a Grizzone Shrine, actually, the last one we were at some time ago. Alright, got through that in one try, good. And that blocks off the current over there, so we can now go through that part of the force point without having to be blocked off. This place does feel pretty big at first, but once you feel your way around, then you'll get the gist of it. I guess it isn't really that large when you think about it, but still, it just feels big when you first step foot into this temple. That's the feeling I always get whenever I do re-enter this place in a new playthrough. And that's where we get to our last fuel cells. And there shouldn't be anything else of importance here for now. Aside from these grub tub, I actually need to collect some because I'm running out on those things. Break this up, Scarab. I'm pretty sure they're orange Scarab. I'm very certain that it's rare to come across red Scarabs at this point. If we have come across one, I haven't noticed then. But it just seems that those things are very rare though. Like, I didn't think they would be this scarce. I know they're the most valuable of the three types of scarabs you can find, but still, it just kind of shocks me that we haven't come across a lot of those yet. Maybe finding a lot of those orange scarabs on our journey has given me that perspective, or that thought in mind that it would be a little easy to find the red scarabs, but it's not. And Tricky, once again, using his Earthwalker teleportation to get here on his back. I guess he felt like he was waiting for a long time. Maybe he could learn instant transmission like those characters from Dragon Ball Z does. Maybe that's how he gets from place to place in a snap. Ooh, okay, now this next room, I remember spending a lot of time in here. Where to start though? I think we'll start through the double doors. There are a couple of fuel cells here. They're up there. But I don't think we can actually get up there yet. Not unless we manipulate the water level. I think that's what we have to do. Okay, we do have the map. Ah, I see. We have to go in a circle-ish pattern to find our way to the Spellstone Shrine. So to do that, we'll have to hit a specific room first and then work our way around this temple in order to solve the puzzles and get to that Spellstone Shrine. Ah, okay, I think I know where to start now. We have to start here and flip that switch. And this should control the water level, which should begin our progress throughout this room. Come on, break it open. Thank you. And now we can use our Shotgun Disguise to open that door. And we'll find a block. We have to shove the block there, but where's the actual block? Ah, here it is. Actually perpendicular to where the block study location is. That's kind of strange. You'd think it would be like on the opposite side of this tower-ish structure, but it's not. It's just a little thing that kind of stumps me a little bit. I guess I'm just not used to that kind of thing. So we can use that. Climb up here. I guess I have to get back to that lever to fiddle around with the water level again. And that switch opens a door. Pretty sure it's that door it opened. So we have to use the water level again to get to that new room we just opened. Like that. And now with the water level back into its original position. We have to go over here. Can I go over there? Yep, I can. I was getting worried that I couldn't climb up that ledge for some reason. Fox had me worried there for a moment, but I'll just be paranoid. Wait, don't do that. I keep forgetting I have that disguise equipped as my shortcut. So can I do anything about this yet? I don't think I can. Unless I just have to hit all the switches. If that's the case, then that might be what we have to do. Trying to swing from side to side with the reticle this game is not the most... It's not the smoothest thing in the world, admittedly so. It feels like you have to fight with the controls a little bit to actually side or move to the side when it comes to using a reticle for something like the fire blaster. It's really odd. Oh, I didn't know this great before. All this time I've been shooting at those switches thinking that if I hit all of them before one of them just stops lighting up, then I can proceed through this room, but I didn't see that grate over there. Well, I am running low on magic, so I kinda need to use that. And now we can use this thing. Tricky light it up. And that's how we're supposed to use the switches now. Now it all's making more sense. Kind of. Okay, this is what I remember. We have to extinguish these flames in 2.5 minutes. I forgot there was a time limit to this. Alright, though. No matter. We just gotta time hitting these buttons to extinguish the 4 flames. Just because you hit one immediately, that doesn't mean that the water's gonna... It's gonna flow down from the Krazoa heads like automatically, or instantly rather. You have to time the button press to extinguish the flames. So I'll wait for that to go over there, hit it prematurely, because the heads have to lower, and that's gonna take some time to do. That's why you have to time hitting these buttons pretty carefully to compensate for the time that that the Krazoa heads are going down to get the water flowing, and that's not gonna work. I hit that. Will that be close enough? Come on. Move, 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 move. Yes, it did. Good. Also, doesn't help that that thing just kind of stops every now and again. It doesn't stop under those Krazoa heads. It just stops like T, in a T-like position, and then it stops in an X-like position afterwards. That's kind of the pattern you have to work with. Okay, this, I am running low on energy again. So I'll just grab this gem. Yes, I'll grab this whole gem that will make me work out so much that it will help with my magical energy that I have to use to fire my fire blaster. Yeah, that's totally how gems work. No, I want to get this gem. Too bad it's not a high value gem. It's actually the worst of the 4. But hopefully it'll give me more than enough energy I need to get through this last puzzle. At least I'm hoping it's the last puzzle. Do that. if you push this block into any part of the wall, then it's gonna disintegrate, for lack of a better term, and you have to start the puzzle all over again. But this isn't that hard to figure out, I hope. Yep, just barely clipped onto that wall. And then we can fire straight away. And that's how we get through those torches. And this somehow makes a rocket boost pad now activated. And I'll just see Tricky from his own devices right there. He's just having the time of his life being stuck in one place. I'm starting to feel a little concerned for the guy now. He seems to be off in his own world sometimes. So after all that convoluted puzzling you have to do, this will take you up to the higher ledge via that boost pad. You might grab some worthy collectibles along the way, but it should ultimately lead you to this part, which is where we actually start this whole puzzle room thing. All we have to do is ignite the flame with the same color as the orb. I'm not actually within firing range of the flame, so that's not working. Kind of hard to dictate what color this orb is, but it is green. Okay, I thought it was blue for a second. The line on that is just blocked off because the flame's practically in front of the orb. But it was that difficult to handle. Because now, I hope, please let it be the Spellstone Shrine. It looks familiar. I think this is the shrine, or the core of the planet. Oh, thank goodness it is. I was really worried we had to go through another puzzle room, and I just didn't want to take care of that. That's enough puzzles that I want to tackle for one day. And just like that, as Tricky has instantly transmitted back outside the force point, we're now halfway through with the Spellstones. And we really have no direction where to go next, so let's see where Slippy will actually, I'm not Slippy, Peppy will take us.
Peppy here. I'll display the world map.
Back to Thorntail Hollow.
Keep going.
Well, I guess it makes sense. So let's see, it's back to the Hollow for us we go. I think we'll just start off at the Hollow in the next episode, because this took a lot longer than I thought it would. A little too long if you ask me. That's what I mean about the Ocean Force Point. It just seems bigger, and the puzzles there are a little more convoluted than the Volcano Force Point ones. But we did persevere and get that second Spellstone in place. So next time, we're gonna start off back at Thorntail Hollow to see where our next destination lies. Until we meet again, farewell for now.